Rains and pours, huh? It's pretty rainy. What did you say? It's pretty raining. You know, here in Japan, it's pretty like crazy around this time of the year, 'cause it's so rainy, you know? Anyway, I've been playing a lot of video games recently, 'cause, you know, I'm a bit of a geek, bit of a nerd, but you haven't heard that from me. You heard that from someone else. So, as I was walking around, I thought to myself, man, you know what I would love to play? Trails of Cold Steel. You know, it's one of my, it's one of these games I play sometimes. You know, I pirated all of it off of Fit Girl Repack recently, and I got to really experience it. And let me tell you, it is like a 5 out of 10 at best. You don't know Trails of Cold Steel? Trust me, I didn't either. You don't care about Trails of Cold Steel? Well, I didn't either, but let me tell you the story real quick, just so you get up to pace. So this guy, we call him Reen Schwarzer, right? He was abandoned as a kid, and then he was picked up as a kid, you know, kind of like Stitch from like Leo and Stitch. Like, imagine he was like the alien from Leo and Stitch, except like he was human, kind of, I think. I haven't beaten Trails of Cold Steel 3, so maybe like he turns out to be like an alien. Anyway, he's like a regular high school boy, but like one day he went to super high school, which is like a military academy, and he gets to use his Japanese sword where he stabs people and shit. You know, pretty crazy shit. Anyway, he then meets this like girl, like Alyssa Reinford, I think that's her name. Honestly, it took me a while to even remember her name because like I don't remember it. Honestly, I don't really like her. I never really used her when I unlocked her as a party member. Oh, spoilers by the way. You play with this character. Anyway, so Alyssa and Reen go to school, and like Reen meets like a couple people, you know. Oh my god, it's really coming down, huh? I should have bought an umbrella. Anyway, so they meet Gaius, and so this Gaius Warzel guy, he's in a church. He's like he's the, like, you know how in every anime there's a foreign exchange student? Well, he's that one, and like everyone's racist to him. Like, you know Deku from My Hero Academia? Yeah, that level of racism. Okay, so and like then they also meet Craig. I know his name's like Elliot Craig, but to me, I always call him Craig in my playthrough because whenever I play the game, it was like, shut up, Craig, and that was basically what I did the entire time. I thought I could like make him the hero, but like he was pretty F tier, honestly. Really boring. And then like you also meet the other characters, like Laura. I forgot her last name. Good. She's like a plank of wood. Like, she's really good at the beginning of the game, but like you kind of like move past that. She has like no real bonds with anyone except like this other character, Fee, who's like, I don't want to spoil you, but an assassin and like a mercenary and a terrorist. But like, you should know that already. And there's like Eusius and Machias. Eusius Albarea, he's like the most noble guy ever. And this is like kind of like steampunk medieval times. You know, there's still noble families and all that, but like there's guns and shit, and like they're inventing the car. Actually, the car's already invented. They're inventing the motorbike, and like trains are everywhere. That's why it's Trails of Cold Steel, because they're trailing cold on the steel rails. Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Yeah, you get me, right? Anyway, Ulysses is like the best character, but like, you didn't hear me on that part. You know, you have to play the game yourself. You have to pick your favorite. And like Machias, I also used him a lot. He like never left the party whenever I used him. He was like the second best character. But like, I gotta call him a nerd, cause he constantly just mentions chess. And I think that every anime character who like mentions chess is a complete loser. Cause like all they do is say checkmate and like all that, but like they don't even know chess like I do. Like, have they even played chess.com? They didn't. Cause there is no chess.com in that world. Cause the internet's a fucking scam. But you didn't hear that from me. Anyway, fuck, did I forget anyone? I think that's, oh, no, I forgot, like, Emma. That's the other character, Emma. That's the final student. She's really, like, boring, like Craig levels of boring, and honestly, it's annoying that she's plot important, so, like, I always benched her. Some people might like her, I don't. She's a nerd. In fact, like, a majority of these characters aren't even that good. Like, there's a grand total of 4 of them that are worth putting into your party, and one of them isn't even in the party yet. Like, they're not even in the class. Spoilers, by the way, spoilers. Anyway, that's the cast. So they go to school, and they're like, oh, we got these weapons and shit, and we just start beating the shit out of monsters and shit. And like, they walk towards their trains to ride places and like, and kill things, and like, also the government is crazy right now. Like, it's so crazy. Military people are just killing each other. Like, there's a shadow government. There's a shadow government that just kind of exists, and like, we gotta live with that. Like, Ouroboros, or whatever they call themselves. Honestly, the first game's plot, pretty bad. I didn't really care for it that much. Like, okay, like, this game is entirely about the characters. Like, it's like a setup for the sequel, you know? Like, they have you do all this shit just so like it's all built up, so in the sequel they get like really, really good. Except for Gaius, who, okay, I'm really pissed about this. Let me just talk about this. Like, Gaius, really like bland character, plank of wood. And they had an opportunity to make him a better character, and that was in his own little arc where they went to his hometown, because like that's what people do. We go to like their hometowns and like solve political disputes and shit. But like, Gaius was like pretty boring, even with his motivation. Like his motivation's alright, like it's pretty unique. He just wants to, you know, protect his home. He doesn't have any deep, stupid reasoning like that. But also, like, that's all you get out of his character, other than he likes to paint, and he goes to church. The wind is so on my side. Like, can you believe me when I say that some of these characters are just really fucking boring? And another character, Laura, like, I hate this character. She is so boring. She is a literal plank of wood. In the beginning of the game, she's like, oh, I'm so strong. Oh, I wish I could be like Laura. Well, like, and like, when you have her in a party, she is pretty strong. Like, she's the only one that can do like her ultimate move. But after that, she's just kind of like one of us. Like, she won't shut up about being a better swordswoman and all that. And like, that's it. That's all you get from her character. I didn't do her like free time events and shit. Oh yeah, you get like free time events and shit. Like, you get to talk to these people and like be better friends with them and all that. You should understand that at least. Anyway, what I'm just trying to say is, Laura and Gaius, they're basically the same character, honestly. Just like Laura is a girl version of Gaius, but instead of like focusing on wind, she focuses on swords. And Gaius is a female version of Laura, except instead of focusing on like swords and her dad, he focuses on like wind and his people. Don't even get me started on Craig. He didn't even really have a character arc. The only good thing about him is his dad. I wish we had his dad as a party member instead of Craig. Fucking Craig. I hate Craig. Who is my favorite character? I already said it. Lucius Alberea. I mean, have you not thought about it? I was just telling you about him. And man, oh my god, you are so awful at listening. I am telling you everything. Do you think I'm a joke? I'm not a joke. I'm just trying to pass the time while it rains. God, I'm soaked. Anyway. Where was I? On like the plot? Oh yeah, like there's like terrorists and shit, and they go by letters like C and G and S and N. I think that was them. Unless there's like an A I missed. Or a P. I think it's C, G, and an S. One of them dies off screen, so we don't have to care about him. The other dies in the sequel, so we don't have to care about them. The other, they're there, and the fourth one, oh, you're gonna love the fourth one, but I'm not gonna spoil you on that one. I'm not gonna spoil you on that one. Anyway, kind of, you meet your friend, Crow Armbrust, I think that's what his name is, or is it like, no, it's Cool. It's Crow Armbrust, anyway, and like, I'm telling you, this is like the best character in the game, other than like Toa, but Toa's there because like, she's a marketable plushie of a human being, while Crow is like a genuinely good character. Like this game has 2 or 3 genuinely good characters, maybe 4 if you want to stretch it. Honestly, a lot of these characters aren't even good until the second game, and like they're kind of like bland. Like I knew exactly what half of these people's character plots were gonna be when I first met them. These are just like character archetypes. Let me tell you, I was playing the third game, okay? I was playing the third Trails of Steel. I was playing the third Trails of Cold Steel game, okay? I was playing that shit just normally, and I was enjoying my shit after the first and second game. And you know what happened? I realized I had to play a different Trails of Cold Steel game to understand Trails of Cold Steel 3, because shit is just mentioned that wasn't in the first or second game. Like, okay, if you go from number 1 to number 2, boom, it's pretty straightforward. You understand everything. You don't understand everything because like some of them is tie-ins and references, but like you understand most of it. But like Trails of Cold Steel 2 to 3, motherfucker, it is an entirely different story. I am listening to characters who I'm supposed to know already, but like they weren't even localized. Yeah, like, if you played Trails of Cold Steel 3, you wouldn't understand who the fuck Randy is, because his game wasn't even localized until after that was released. Also, do you know how fucking annoying it is to, like, have a moment that is constantly mentioned in Trails of Cold Steel 2, and it's a fucking audio drama in Japanese. Oh, the rain's coming out. Okay. Wow, the rain's out. That's pretty cool. So, you know, see ya.